What's up, beautiful people? You're welcome to another episode of Spill with Sims. This episode is for my 9 to 5 babes, my 9 to 5 guys. And on this episode, we have my beautiful friend, Korede. Welcome, Korede.
Hello, guys.
How do you feel to be here today?
I feel good. A
Okay, so
bit nervous.
don't be. You're going to do great. You're a boss, babe, so don't worry.
I wish.
So welcome. I'm really honored to have you here. And how did you feel
My
when I
pleasure.
thank you? How do you feel when I told you about the podcast?
I was actually kind of impressed because you've been working on your content creation for quite some time, and I like the fact that
Stop it.
making you're making it into a bigger deal than I know
Thank
it
you.
can be. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Don't know how that makes me feel. I'm really honored to have you here. Like I said again, and I'm so happy that you agreed. Like immediately I told you, you even agreed. Thank you so much for that.
That's fine.
So today we're going to be talking about how people can, for my next five babes, like I said before, how you can build a good career trajectory. So if you're looking to work in a top firm, or if you're looking to work in a top company, maybe oil and gas industry, because Corey works in the oil and gas industry. She's a rich babe. If people see her outside, please bill her.
Please don't do.
Alright, so I'll be asking questions along that line, and we're also going to be playing games. So you guys should stay tuned. Firstly, I'm going to ask you about your cocktail. Can you tell me three ingredients that are in your cocktail?
Well, I have to try it first.
Okay.
Okay. Um, I can taste lime.
Okay.
Um, Wait, hold on. Orange juice. And I don't know what this pink thing is, but I feel like it's something like cranberry.
Okay, we'll see. So this cocktail was specially made for you. It's called the Korede cocktail. So if you guys want to learn how to make the Korede cocktail, make sure to watch till the end of this video to see the recipe. And it was made by Omiti Express. Shout out to Omiti Express for always coming through for us. So Korede, you're beautiful. And the reason
Thank
why
you.
we made this cocktail is because this cocktail has like it looks like sunset, so it radiates and you radiate. So
Thank you.
all right. So now let's go into the questions. Do you remember how we met?
Oh yeah, we met in school. You were friends with my roommate and my friend then,
Okay.
DBC, and shout out to
Dibs.
DBC. Yeah, and yeah, I guess we just started talking from there, and
Yeah.
then Instagram, and yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I
And I
think
must
that's how I
say,
met.
you've been a beautiful soul since day one. You're really friendly, very beautiful.
Thank you.
And all the boys were chasing after her in school. But let's not talk about that. Let's just leave that. So, what school did you attend?
We went to Babcock.
Okay. And what course did you study?
I studied international law.
Okay.
Yeah, which was a very interesting course.
Okay. Would you say it has helped your career in any way? Is it related in any way to what you're doing right now?
No, definitely not. That's
Okay.
why I
So,
said it's a very interesting
interesting
course. It
course.
has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
So, what do you currently do?
So I do procurement and supply chain. So basically just getting materials, making sure the supply chain is seamless from the manufacturers to the end users and those kind of things. It's really boring, trust me.
I
You
doubt
don't
that you
know.
you don't look like you do a boring job. But okay. Apart from that, I also know that you're into entrepreneurship. You own your own candle. You make candles and you sell
Yes,
candles,
yeah.
scented candles. So you guys should
Yes.
definitely patronize her. What's your brand called?
My brand is called Serendipity by SR. It's actually something I fell in love with. I think I was gifted a candle by my first boyfriend or something like that. So I fell
Godwin.
in love. I fell in love with candles, and so I decided to start making them. And well, it's been a journey since then, but it's something I really enjoy doing.
How has business been so far? Good or
Very
we're
good,
still growing?
actually. Business has been going. It's been growing on a steady space. Let me put it that way.
That's
But
awesome.
but yeah, there's been a lot of progress from when we started. I think we're about a year now.
Yeah.
So yes,
I was one of the first customers and
yes, and she was one of my first customers
yes.
as well. So
We support each other, and I love that about our relationship. Would you say a 9 to 5? Because I'm wondering, you're doing entrepreneurship and you're also a 9 to 5 babe. So would you say a 9 to 5 job can bring you wealth, honestly speaking?
Um, yes, it depends on your saving and spending habit and also the kind of job you have. So, for a 9 to 5, for it to build your wealth, you have to be consistent and patient and really steady because you have to grow before you become stabilized, and then you can now like start earning all the money that will guarantee wealth.
I
But
love
yeah, it is
yeah.
definitely possible.
I love what you said about growth because some people just start and then they feel like they should start earning. I mean, you just go out of school,
No,
you want
you've
to
got
start
to
earning
start
like
somewhere.
250K. I mean, some companies pay that much, but not all every company does.
Nobody's going to start with that.
Yeah. So how have you been able to build a good career trajectory? Where did you work before where you are now before the oil and gas industry? I like saying that because money. But where did you work before that and how did you get into how did you grow into this industry?
Okay, well, I've been in the industries for a while,
Okay.
and
How long?
I was about 5 years, going on
Okay.
5 years, like after school. So I was working with Zenith Bank as a customer service rep.
Okay.
But obviously, that was not what I wanted to do with my time or my life. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I kept applying elsewhere, and I kept applying and applying till I got an internship. And then from my internship, I was able to work myself up to where I am right now.
And that's really good because that shows that you need to you can start small and then you grow into something. And it depends on how you actually handle what has been given to you. So I
Yes.
like that you've been able to grow from your internship into being a full time staff. So you talked about income and saving habits, and you said if you want to grow wealth, your income and saving habits have to be on point. So how would you advise someone that's doing a 9 to 5 job to save or spend their income? How do you handle yours?
Okay. The first thing I do when I get my income is first of all take out my savings, and I think everybody should be doing that.
It's not easy.
Yeah, no, trust me, it's not. It's not
Yeah.
at all. I'm not going to like front and be like, oh, I don't go back into my savings in
Yeah.
someone, but it kind of just creates that discipline. So, with time,
It
you
becomes
can
part
now
of you.
like so in case you earn more,
Yeah.
you've already built your saving
Yeah.
habit. Not like, oh, I'm not earning much, so what is the point in saving? You have to build that. I think my dad taught me that, and it has really helped me to get to where I am today because if you don't save, there are a lot of emergency issues that would come up
Yeah.
that you might not be able to do anything about, and you can't wait for your salary, so
And
you have to.
something always comes up.
Yes.
Adulthood na
Yes.
scam.
Trust me, it's something
Yeah.
if it is not your car, it is repairs or your generator or
But she
something.
said car. You guys. She said car. She's a big girl. Forget.
I'm just speaking generally.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after I take out my savings, and then I make sure I pay all my bills like immediately, like my cell phone bill, light, water, everything. You pay your bills and then you can splurge on the rest.
That makes
But
so
you
much
have to be
sense.
very disciplined.
Intentional.
Yes, you have to be very intentional with your saving habit. And then it's not like you now save in a bank. Or I would not advise anybody to save in a bank.
Okay.
I would prefer you save in all this where they invest, where your ROI is really high, like
Yeah.
you can invest in some stocks, some funds. You can also I say, oh my lord, sorry.
No, it's
You
fine.
can also, yeah, so you can invest in some stocks, and then you can also save in piggy vest. I use piggy vest,
Okay.
and some other, I don't know what they call them, like all this,
All
I
those
didn't
apps,
tech, I don't know what this,
applications.
I don't know what they call them. What? Yeah, like all these fintechs, yes. Their ROI is pretty high compared to the normal commercial
Banks.
banks.
Yeah.
So you can save there for your emergency because you can also pull it out whenever you want. But your ROI is also high. Then yeah, that's pretty much it. Invest.
Yeah.
Investing is the only way you can build wealth. Buy stocks, buy bonds, anything,
I
foreign
like what you said
exchange,
about
whatever.
investing because I believe greatly that just keeping money in the bank is not going to grow you wealth. You have
No,
to invest.
definitely not.
I'm learning to. I've not started though, but I plan on doing
But you
that
can
soon.
start small. You
Yeah,
can start small. So what I
actually.
do is I just put all my savings in the piggy vest, and when it is substantial enough, I invest, but you also have to do your research and make sure you're not
Yeah.
getting
And there's some
scammed or
apps you can
something.
actually use to invest, like Bamboo. If you want to invest in Apple, you can start small. I think Apple stocks are like 100 and something dollars. That's still high for some people, but there are smaller stocks or smaller companies you can invest in to also help
Yeah.
you
Yes,
grow.
exactly.
All right, I've been doing my research. So, would you advise someone that's doing a 9 to 5 to also have something on the side, like have a business? And how do you think, or how would you advise them to manage it so one doesn't clash with the other one or affect your nine to
Yeah.
five job?
Okay. Um. Well, what we are learning now with the current situation of the world and the economy, you need to have multiple streams of income. So, which is part of why I also do my entrepreneurship. You need to have more than one income to live the kind, if you want to shake your
The big
ass
girl
in
life
Dubai,
in a
those kind of
yacht.
things. You,
Yes.
you obviously can't wait for a 9 to 5. So, I would advise you to do something on the side, like a side gig, or invest in like your friend's business or something. So the way it doesn't clash with my work is I have a business partner, so
Okay.
she picks up the slack for me. So which is also, you need someone you can trust around you as well to help you
Yeah.
build your business. I know some people do it all alone, but I try not to take on more than what I can handle. So having a business partner helps me. So she
Yeah.
picks up my slack, I pick up a slack, and then I can be focused on my nine to
Nine to
five
five
as
job
well. So, and then another thing that also helps me is once it's closing time from work, leave your work at
at
work.
home.
Don't
At
bring your
work.
work don't bring your work home. So
Hmm.
that way, after I rest a little bit and catch my breath and stuff, I can start working on my business.
But is that feasible? Because especially people that work with startups, because I know I've worked with startups and I know once I'm leaving the office, I'm carrying my laptop home and somebody might just call you. There's something urgent you need to work on that you couldn't finish at the office and you need to finish before the next day. So,
Yeah.
but I know you don't work at the startup. So, do you think it's easier
So there are
in,
also things
yeah,
that are also very important and also present. But with my years in this corporate world,
yeah,
I've also come to realize that heaven is not going to come down, and someone's emergency should not be my emergency,
yeah,
because if you're not planning well, why should I have to take the brunt of it? Like, why do I have to
I
suffer
get you.
because you're not planning well?
Yeah,
So in as much as, I'm not gonna lie, I do take work home sometimes, but I don't make it a norm. I don't
yeah.
make it, oh, every day I have to carry my laptop home and get to work immediately after eating dinner. No, I don't do that.
So, work life balance is also very important.
Very, very important, because when
I
I
like
was
that.
starting up, I was working till 10, 11 p.m. And I'm like, this cannot be my
You can't
life, because
continue.
I'm working
Yeah.
till 11 p.m. I'm waking up by 6
How
p.m.
do you even
So,
build something for yourself?
exactly. And you don't even have enough time to rest and actually not even just chill and do
Just
nothing and just
relax.
lazy around. So, you just need to create that work life balance early on, and also set the tone at your workplace and be like, okay, yeah, I'm not a take walk home kind of girl. So don't ask me. Don't leave it till past
To
4.
yeah.
So sometimes my boss calls me past 4. If it is really urgent, it sends a text message. So
Okay.
if it is not urgent, if he calls me, I don't pick. And I think I
Hmm.
was kind of like I think I was kind of like
He
picked
has
up on
gotten
that. So
accustomed.
if
Yeah.
it is very urgent, it will send a text message before calling, and then we can handle it and take care of business that way.
That
So
makes so much sense.
yeah.
How have you been able to, or how has your experience been in a 9 to 5 job? Like since you started, how has it been? Where you are currently, has it been great, or sometimes you have bad times? How
Of
has it
course, you
been
have
generally?
bad times. Of
Yeah.
course, you have bad times. It's been bittersweet. Let me put it that way. On one
Okay.
hand, you are learning so much, not earning.
She wanted to say
No,
earning.
no,
You guys caught that. I know you
no.
did.
I mean, on one hand, you're learning so much.
Yeah.
You are not earning enough for what you're learning.
Yeah.
And then the other hand, you have some difficult bosses, and you have some interesting bosses, and then your colleagues, and then if you make friends at work, your friends can also pick up and leave and jackpot or get a better job or something like that, and you're just like, so it's bittersweet. There are some experiences that are so fun, and then there are some experiences that are like, oh my god, why am I here? That kind of thing.
Yeah, I
So
get
I
you.
think that's life in general. You can't
So
always have
it's
it good or
everywhere. It's
bad.
not just I just want people to know that it's everywhere. It's not just in startups. It happens everywhere. You have difficult times even in oil and gas companies. You have difficult times and you have the sweet times. But I
Yeah.
think you should cherish sweet times more and try to turn the difficult times into, or just live in the moment and just correct yourself if you have issues at work and all of that. Make
Yeah,
it
and it
better for
passes with
yourself.
time as well. So everything passes with time.
Okay, so
Nothing is permanent.
from what you said, I have two questions. You said
Oh,
sometimes you have difficult bosses. So how do you handle difficult situations with your bosses? When your boss is difficult, how do you handle it?
I think the first thing is understanding the kind of personality your boss has. So, if you know somebody, or if you can see a pattern, you know how to deal with them, and you know how to manage situations, let me put it that way,
Yeah.
because most of these people, you manage them,
Mm-hmm.
you try not to get on their nerves, like you do your work on time so they don't have a reason to even want to talk to you in the first place.
Yeah.
So you try to make your work as perfect as you can make it, and then even after some all of that and you still have issues, just you can just be quiet, and then maybe like there's actually my international law degree also comes into play, because at times you have to be diplomatic in your answers.
Yeah.
So you're throwing his issues back at him without
Yeah.
throwing his issues back at him. Like,
Making it
okay,
so clear that you're turning back at him.
exactly. So
Yeah.
it's like you have to be diplomatic in your answers, because those kind of people, anything you say, they run with
It
it.
triggers
So
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
or you can trigger them, exactly. So you have to be very careful and just manage them, and also understand that it's just gonna pass. It's just a phase. It's probably just for a project or something.
Yeah.
And once that project is over, then you're done.
You're
So
done.
so
You
you try not to dwell on it, try not to focus so
let it
much.
get to you
Yeah,
too.
don't let it get to you.
Yeah.
It's not that easy though, because
But you try.
but you can, yeah, but you
Yeah,
try,
that
yeah.
makes sense. You said something about making friends in your workplace
Yes.
and some of them jackpotting. So there's a popular saying that, or people say this a lot, that your friends are not, sorry, your co-workers are not your friends. Like, just know that your co-workers are not your friends. People say that a lot. What do you think about that? What do you think about relationships in the workplace? And is it true that your co-workers are not your friends?
Okay, so is a two-way thing. Is the kind of like a yes or no answer, because you need people to survive in your
Yeah,
workplace, because you need those relationships. But most, I think, if you are lucky enough to find a friend at work, then you are lucky. But most people are actually like looking out for themselves, and
yeah.
then whatever you get is a mutually beneficial relationship.
Relationship, yeah.
So I think that's mostly what work friendships are about. Okay, how can you help me grow? How can you help me in my career and that kind of thing. So if you are able to take that friendship out of work, then good for you. But
Yeah,
you shouldn't expect that people are not selfish and are not going to look after themselves first.
yeah.
With a few experiences, I've known that definitely they would take care of their own issues,
Before,
or
yes.
before they even think
Think
about you,
of you.
and they don't mind throwing you under the bus
Yeah,
and then
I agree.
denying or say, "Oh, I don't know,"
Any
and then you're like, "Oh, I thought we
and
were
you just be
friends."
shocked.
Exactly, and then you're like, "Oh, I thought we were friends," and
Yeah,
all of that. So I would say genuine friendship, in the definition of friendship, it's kind of rare in the
in the
workplace. It's
workplace.
kind of rare. But yeah, I've been lucky enough to have some friends from work that are
Yeah,
still my friends till now, even though they've left, and even those that are still here. So I've been lucky enough. But at the same time, just don't have high expectations. Let me just put it that way, so
yeah.
you don't get disappointed.
I like that. For me, my experience recently, I used to be someone that was always to
Mm.
myself,
Yeah.
but recently I started to learn to be more friendly with people. And recently I had like a report that I was supposed to prepare, and because I was nice to this person and I was smiling with the person was forming difficult before, but because I was nice and smiling with the person now started to do what I wanted, and she gave me the report I needed early, and it was resolved. So I agree with you that sometimes friendship helps. It also helps to make your work quicker.
Yes,
It
and
helps you guys
easier.
work as a team also. So I like that a lot. And yeah, you guys should be friends with your coworkers. But like she said, don't expect too much. Don't have high expectations.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, we're going to play a game. It's called How Nigerian Are You? I have 6 questions here. I'm going to be asking you the questions and I'll read out the options
Okay.
and you just answer them. And then we'll see your score at the end. This game is actually by Zikoko. I found it on their website. So yeah, not sponsoring, but it's okay. So let's go. So the first question is, you're about to check out of your hotel room. Do you, one, have a final look around to make sure you didn't forget anything, then leave? Two, take only the leftover tissue. Three, take only the complimentary bottle of water and leave. And four, pack all leftover tissues, slippers, shampoo, and sewing kits, and one pillow if you can sneak it.
I pack everything.
Okay.
I
We'll
pack
see.
not pillows or towels or
Because you're
anything,
a baby
but
girl, but
but any leftover. I don't like leaving any leftover at
you've
all.
paid for it.
Yeah,
Why
exactly.
not
Even
just
if I
take
don't pay for,
everything?
I'm carrying
You're
my
carrying it.
stuff.
I like that. So the next question, you're at the market. The meat seller tells you the slice of beef he's holding up goes for 2,000 naira. What's an appropriate amount to begin bargaining from? One 700, two 500, three 1,200, four 1,250.
I feel like my mom would pick 700. But I'm not I'm not very good at
Our
haggling,
mothers.
but I
Yeah.
think I'll probably start like 1,002.
Okay.
Yeah, about
Okay.
one
Let's
thousand
let's
two.
pick 1,000. Third question, you're at a wedding. The servers have passed the tray of small chops by your table 5 times. Do you, one, call one over and ask why they've been ignoring you? Two, patiently wait your turn. Three, you're not bothered. You ate before you came anyway. Four, tip one 500 and promise there's more if they bring the amala to your table as well.
Tipino.
Okay.
Tipping gets you what you need.
Okay, next question. The national anthem starts playing at a supermarket. What do you do? Stop shopping and make sure to say the pledge when the anthem is over. Two, stop what you're doing to respect the nation. Three, sing along but carry on with your shopping. Four, pass all the people stopping and doing drama to cut the queue.
I think I'm a nice patriotic Nigerian. I
Okay.
would like to think so. But I'm definitely not stopping my shopping. I'll probably just sing along and continue my
Continue your
shopping.
shopping.
Yeah.
Okay. Your phone is fully charged at 100%. Do you leave it plugged in until they take lights? Two, take the charger out. Yeah, it's full. Three, unplug the charger and resume charging once it's 80%.
Once it's 80%,
Okay.
I
So you
start
unplug
charging.
the charger and resume charging once it's 80%. Okay. Your flight, this is the last question. Your flight is for 4 p.m. this afternoon. When did you leave for the airport? 3 p.m. on the dots, at 8:30 a.m., by 12 p.m., past 2 p.m.,
12,
12
just
p.m.
to be safe. The African in me will want to get everything
And
done.
Lagos traffic,
Before
Abby.
time, yeah, and then Lagos traffic is unpredictable. So
Okay, so the answer is you got a little too Nigerian. The green, white, green is strong in this one. That's so you're Nigerian. Full blown Nigerian.
thank you.
So thank you. You did good. I was going to think they will say because you're light skinned and you're soft, you're not nice, but your answer surprised me. Oh. Okay, so next thing, let's go back. If money wasn't a factor, would you still be in the current job you are right now?
um, hmm. First of all, let me say that money is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
But if money wasn't a factor, yeah, I'll still be in my current job because um like I said, it also depends on where you're at in your career.
Yeah.
And I'm learning and gaining so much experience now that my experience kind of trumps the income. Is not a priority for me
Okay.
right now. I mean, it's nice to earn well, don't get me wrong, but there are times where, so it's like my friend used to say, you have the growth stage,
Yeah.
then the stability stage, then the flexing stage.
Okay.
Then so I'm still at the growth stage because I'm
Yes, not
still,
a good stage.
yes,
Okay.
so I'm trying to get as much experience as I can get. And
Yeah.
where I'm working gives me that because it's a multinational and it's quite big. So
Yeah.
the experience is very, very important to me right now. And I know along the line that experience is going to come in when I need to start earning in billions and millions of dollars,
Okay.
trillions of dollars.
Okay. I like the energy. So
So yeah, I'll still be my current job.
okay, so I'll ask a question again related to this. If money wasn't a factor, would you do a 9 to 5 job or would you just settle for your entrepreneurship?
If money wasn't a factor,
Mm-hmm.
um, with the kind of personality I have, I
Yeah.
think I'll still be in the 9 to 5.
Okay.
So I try to learn, but entrepreneurship is too fickle for the kind of person I am.
Yeah.
It's too this way, that way. There's
It's
no
for the strong-hearted.
yeah, so
Honestly,
there's
yeah.
no plan to it. And I'm a planner. I like to plan. I like to plan out my days
Yeah.
and even make room for excesses or whatever might
Yeah.
happen. But I still plan my day. With entrepreneurship, I can't. I can't do that. My business partner can just call me up and be like, "Oh, we need to make this candle orders, or we need to do this." And then, even if I don't feel like doing it, I have to do it because that is what I've signed up for.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'd rather just do my 9 to 5, get to work at 8 o'clock, close by 5, and I'm
Yeah.
done. And then I can do whatever I want,
And at the end of the money
and the
comes.
money is and the
It's
money is
constant.
stable.
Yeah.
Exactly, the money is very constant. You know, from the 25th to the 30th or 31st, something would come in no matter what
Yeah.
happens. So
So are you open to taking, like, I know you're into procurement and all of that, but if you really wanted to do something, would you still be doing procurement, or would you want to switch your role for something else?
um yeah, I like procurement, I enjoy it, but my first love is actually diplomacy and HR. So
I was going to say HR because you look like, yeah.
so yeah, so my first love is that. So if at any point I get tired of what I'm doing right now, that's probably what I would get into.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm good with what I'm doing now, so
Okay.
and I still enjoy it. So once it
Okay.
stops being fun, I
Then
mean,
maybe you switch into
yeah,
something else.
maybe,
Okay,
maybe.
so I know that you've not switched jobs a lot. You were at Zenny Bank, then this is you've been at this job for a couple of years, like 5 years, you said.
Yeah.
But if you had to switch roles, or sorry, if you had to switch jobs to a new company, what factors would you consider? Would money be like the first thing you'd consider, the salary, or what would you consider?
uh, no, actually, the work environment would be the first thing I would consider. Because
Okay.
if you're coming from a good work environment, you don't want to get into a toxic work environment.
Yeah.
No matter how much they are paying you, what are their values? What are they all about? Are they just lying to your face? So that would be
Yeah.
the first thing. I don't want to be depressed or have my
Yeah. Your
mental.
mental health is
Yes,
very
mental health
important.
is very important. So that would be the first thing I'll consider.
Okay.
And then another thing I'll consider is the career growth.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm already at this level now. If I'm
Yeah.
coming in, what's your assurance that I'm going to be higher, or how long do I need to get to be higher? That kind of
Yeah.
thing. That would be
How
my
often do you
second.
do your performance appraisals or
Yeah, those kind of
promotions, all those
yeah,
things? Yeah.
those kind of things, and then the money would come in because if I'm earning 100,000 here, I expect to be earning at least times three. Well, with my level of experience, I expect to be earning like times five. That kind of
Okay.
that kind of thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
those are I think those are the three major. No, and then work life balance. But I think that's also tied to the work environment
Yeah.
because if your work is telling you that we don't have closing hours, you already know that that's a red flag. How
Yeah.
can you not have closing hours? Like
Mm-hmm.
that kind of
And
thing.
most startups are actually like that, but I believe it's because they're still in the growing stage. That's why they're like that.
Hmm.
So from what you said, I'm getting that what you consider a good work environment is somewhere you see you can grow, a place you can grow, and then you can see, okay, how frequently do you guys do your promotions or do your performance appraisals? And then of course the salary has to be okay or times five of what you're currently earning. Another thing, what other thing would you consider a good work environment, or what other thing would make you consider a place as a good working environment?
You know the perks, the
Okay.
little things that are not part of your base salary
Salary,
and
so
stuff.
other benefits.
Yeah, other benefits can also help. So how comfortable do you want um your workers to be? How do you want to take care of them?
Yeah.
If I'm complaining of back pain, are you going to get me a new chair, or are you going to tell me to get a pillow? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
If I wear glasses, obviously. So
I just well, because I'm currently going through that,
so if I'm
honestly.
so
The
and then
back
I
pain
tell you,
thing.
oh,
Yeah.
I need two screens.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell me, oh, you have your laptop, manage your laptop? I'm like, I wear glasses, so are you going to give me two screens, or do you want me to strain my eyes? Like those little things, like
That make your employees more comfortable.
comfortable,
Yeah.
yes, and then work life balance, obviously. Like
Okay.
how well do you instill the work life mentality in your people?
Yeah.
Do you have laws? God, what they call this thing, company policies that
Yeah.
ensure that nobody can take advantage of you, like
Mm-hmm.
your some of your interests are actually being met and all those
Protected.
kind of
Yeah.
things. So that will also be a deciding factor.
I think another thing for me, aside what you've mentioned, is also like you said, work life balance. But I like it when companies organize what they call team bonding
Yeah.
exercises or team bonding events. Like I used to work at a company that used to do this thing we used to call it TUT, turn up Thursdays, every last Thursday of the month. So we'll do a party, we'll throw a party in the office. Sometimes the company would sponsor, sometimes because we loved it so much, we would even gather
Got
money
herself,
and
yes.
sponsor, and we'll buy drinks, watch a movie, or just party. And I really loved it. That's like one of my best working experiences ever. I'm sure that if my boss is watching this video, his head will be swelling. But yeah, it was one of my best experiences working, honestly. And I think employees actually appreciate that because not every office or not every company does stuff like that. So when
Yeah.
you think about the relationships you built and the fun you've been having, sometimes you will not want to leave. You'll be surprised that your employees won't even want to leave because of these little things that you don't think are even important. So
Yes.
I think the work
So
life
those little
balance
things,
thing
yeah, they do matter a lot.
very important.
Yes.
Okay. So what's the best tip you would give to someone that wants to go into the labor market? People that are just fresh out of school. What tips would you give them?
Well, number one, to know the kind of person you are.
Yeah.
So you don't waste your time. You know the kind of am I an entrepreneurship person or am I a 9 to 5 person? You need to decide that early on and be like, for me now, I can't leave my 9 to 5 because entrepreneurship is for side also. It can never be my
Main
main
hustle.
source of
Yeah.
income because it's not the kind of person I am. So
Yeah.
you need to know that, okay, am I the kind of person that likes being bossed around, or am I the person that likes to give
Don't take
orders?
nonsense.
Yeah, that kind of, am I a morning person that
Yeah.
I will heaven come down if I wake up by 7
7 a.m.
o'clock
or
or 7 a.m.
6.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or can I survive? So you need to know your kind of personality, number one,
Yeah.
so you can know where to start looking. Let me put that.
Mm-hmm.
It makes the journey
Decision
easier.
easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then another thing is networking. Yeah, education will open your mind and open your heart and make you more relatable, but to actually get ahead in life, you need networking, you need relationships with these people. Even the least person you expect can be the person that would help you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it that way. So even this internships, the internship of where I'm working, I can't remember how I got it.
Yeah.
I think someone just forwarded it to me and then I just applied or something
Yeah.
like that. So um you have to like be very um
Intentional
yeah, intentional about your relationships and
with
your
people.
friendships,
Yeah.
yes. And try to network, sell yourself every opportunity you get. You have to.
Actually, I agree with you a lot. Like that's like I agree with you so much because every job, I wanted to say almost every job, but actually every job I've gotten since like after school, every single job I've gotten was through the people I knew.
Yeah.
Like it's so amazing that I didn't even need to struggle so much. Once you
Mm-hmm.
know people, that's it. And you know people that actually matter. It's not just about knowing people. Know
Yes.
people that matter, know people that are probably in the HR space that can forward you. Because this HR people, they have their platforms. I'm an HR person, or I used to be an HR person, and I have like I'm on the platform where they post jobs. So immediately I see a job, I'm forwarding to my friends. Do you understand? So if I'm not, or if my friends do not have a good relationship with me, I would not be doing that.
Yeah.
So it's very important to also build your network and build it with people that actually matter. Make sure you go out to events. If you go
Yes.
for conferences, make friends and don't just
Be
be on your own.
intentional,
Very
yes, very
intentional about it.
intentional. That's what will actually get you far.
Would you say passion is a very important factor in choosing your career?
Yeah, definitely. You
Okay.
have to be. Yeah, some people are not fortunate enough to get a job in where their passion lies, but for you to, they say what's worth doing at all is worth doing well.
Yeah.
And for you to do anything well, you have to be passionate about it. You have
Mm-hmm.
to be interested.
In
No,
it,
be
yeah.
fully interested.
Okay.
So the reason why I'm in procurement and the money or stuff that doesn't matter is because I'm passionate about it. I enjoy it.
Okay.
It's it's a very you can never get bored. Let me put it that way. So it makes me passionate. I want to see what's next. This job is going to throw at me. I
Yeah.
want to see how my creative thinking skills. How what am I going to do?
Yeah.
You have to be passionate about it. And even as exhausting and as time consuming your 9 to 5 is, I'm also passionate about my candle business. I love scents. I love fragrances and all those things. They bring me joy. Like they
Yeah.
actually bring me joy. So I'm passionate about that as well, which is why even if I'm getting home at 9 o'clock and I'm exhausted and I'm tired and I just want to get into bed,
Yeah.
and then your business partner or you realize that oh you've not posted on Instagram or you've not done this ad or something like that, you just pick yourself up because
You're passionate
passion, yeah,
about it.
passion would drive your
Yeah.
excellence.
Okay.
So if you're not passionate about it, you're going to be mediocre. It's not
I agree with
rocket
that.
science.
I
So
agree with
yeah,
that.
so you have to be passionate.
Okay. So I was going to say, how do you build a good career trajectory? Because you came from a Zenith banking industry and now you're
Mm-hmm.
into oil and gas. And
Mm-hmm.
most times people think that to get into oil and I used to think that for the longest time until my friend just landed a job with Shell. But it's okay. So most times I used to think or people say that to get into the oil and gas industry, you need to have worked with the big fours, which is Deloitte, either Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, or Ernest and Young. Do you
Mm-hmm.
agree with that? Because you went from the banking industry to oil and gas. So what do you think about that?
No, not really. I don't
Okay.
agree with that at all. So
So what do you need to do?
you don't need to do anything really.
Okay.
Okay, maybe because I'm a spiritual person, I think prayer and grace
Yeah.
is like the deciding factor in anything you do in your success or your failure. It's the grace you carry and your level of prayer. But
So did you
really,
pray God, I want to work in an oil and gas industry?
I just prayed for a good job.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't agree with that. I mean, yeah, it might
My help.
actually no, I don't think so. The
So
only
it doesn't help. You don't think it
it
helps at all?
helps in a certain department.
Okay.
So the only department I feel that can work is what do you call these people, controllers, the auditors, the
Okay.
bankers, the accountants. I think that is where they are better suited, the financial advisors, the
Yeah.
treasurers, and all of that. But as an engineer, because most of our stuff is all about oil and
Engineering. Yeah.
drilling and everything. So, as an engineer, what are you doing in a big four? Like, to what end would that get
Yeah.
me? But if you are like a construction engineer, even
You
if you
don't
are working in,
necessarily need to
yeah,
work.
you don't necessarily need to do that. If you are in HR, what are you doing in a big four? Like,
So you don't think the big fours, sorry, the oil and gas companies look out for? Because I used to think they
no,
look out for the names. Like as an
no, I
HR
don't think
person, me, I
so.
used to look out for. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I used to look out for where you've worked.
Yeah,
Do you
where you
get?
work,
If
there's
you worked in
also
a big place, then I feel like okay. Or if you're currently there, then I kind of feel like you have that. It's not about what you're doing. It's more about the experience or what you've built. You've worked in a very structured environment
yeah.
to an
So working
extent.
in a if you say working in a multinational
Multinational. Yeah.
or an international organization,
Yeah.
the big four falls under that, but it's a bigger
Yeah.
blanket. So
Yeah.
Zenith Bank is a multinational. Do you
Yeah.
get? So even if they did consider that,
Yeah. I like
excuse
that.
me. So
Yeah.
do you
I
understand what
get
I'm
you.
saying? So what are the names of some of these big construction companies? I can't think of any right now.
Like Julius Berger, all
Yeah,
these
that kind of
companies
thing,
like
like Michelin, that those kind of
yeah,
companies.
Schlumby J, all of them.
Yeah, exactly. So all those ones, they might be a factor in terms of oh the volume and the experience. Or you've
Yeah.
worked in a
Just
multinational,
to see what you can
but I
handle.
don't think it's limited to the big four. I have a
Yeah.
lot of people that I'm not even sure they've ever stepped foot in the big four
Okay.
at all. And also,
I get you.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I even applied for some of the big fours and I didn't get them, but I was
Mm-hmm.
able to get this one.
Into
So
yeah.
I don't think it
It actually
matters.
matters.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
agree
so.
with you because my friend used to work at the startup and he landed an oil and gas job.
So exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't think it matters at all.
So what do you think about the labor market right now? Because a lot of people have jackpot. outside Nigeria now, either working or schooling. So do you think now is the best time for people to try to get or throw in their CVs or apply to jobs in big companies or oil and gas companies? Because a lot of people have left, even the oil and gas companies, a lot of people have
Oh
left
yeah,
and have gone
definitely.
abroad. So do you think now is the best time to actually do your applications and all of that?
Um
Do you think it's easier now?
the thing about these companies or some companies is that no matter how bad it is, I'll always get who I want. So I'm not just going to take just anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So the labor market might be a bit friendlier,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure it's a guarantee for anything.
Okay.
I'm not sure it's a guarantee because these people will probably get expatriates before they hire a less qualified person.
Actually. Yeah.
So I wouldn't know really. I wouldn't
Okay.
know.
Okay, because I feel since people are leaving, I was thinking since people are leaving right now, they'll just be taking, because I've seen a lot of jobs. Sorry, I've gotten a lot of notifications from companies like Shell, like in the past couple of months, because I used to try to apply to Shell at some point, but
Mm-hmm.
I think we're past that. So I used to try to apply, and then I still get a lot of notifications. Like
Questions from them.
almost every week, I'm getting notifications. There's this opening, there's this opening. It didn't used to be like that before. So obviously, people are
So there's
leaving
obviously a
their
lot of
jobs.
openings. So
Yeah,
that's not what is in question.
yeah.
It's about um will they still take just anybody to fill
No,
those
of course
openings?
not.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I'm not sure it makes any difference. The opportunities will open up,
Yeah,
and then with grace you can get them, but it won't be because they don't have anybody.
yeah.
And
Okay.
so basically some of these companies, they probably just allow you to do two or three people's jobs till they find a better person
Yeah,
instead of getting just anybody
just
that'll make,
anybody.
yeah. So
Okay, that makes sense. So so from what you said now, you also have to be really good at your job if you want to apply at this place. You don't just think because there are so many openings now, it's going to be very easy for you. You still need to be really good.
yeah.
If you went for, let me ask, when you went for your interviews, or let me put it this way, if you want to work in a big four, or if you want to work in an oil and gas company, what should you expect during the interview stage?
I don't know, interview stages are just like interview
How
stages.
was yours?
um
What did you write tests?
it wasn't
Were they
so bad.
difficult?
It wasn't so bad. Yes, obviously you have to write a test.
Okay.
So yeah, the
Or
test
just tell
type.
me how I should prepare if I had an interview.
Okay, yeah, you have to prepare for all this personality something something. I wrote so
Yeah.
many tests. I can't even actually, like, there are so many tests. Some are personality based,
All the
some are,
psychometric
yeah,
tests. Yeah.
yes, some are actually just like English and reasoning, create
Quantitative reasoning.
quantitative reasoning,
Yeah.
sorry. So if you get past that and then you get called for the interview, ask you basic questions, or not basic
It won't
questions,
be
but
basic. Oh.
but like, what I don't know how to explain it, but
Yeah. So you need
excuse
to read
me.
up about the company
Yeah,
first.
obviously you need to, because
Yeah.
they'll definitely ask you. I mean, you have to know what you want to work for,
Yeah.
and you also have to read so much to be able to ask them their
Questions
question
also.
on, yes. So, you also have to be very articulate. You need to be able to speak well. I
Okay.
think that is a. I actually think that is a deciding factor. How well you answer the questions and
Yeah.
your level of reasoning. I think they can pick that
Yeah.
from the way
From
you
your yeah.
answer your questions. Excuse me.
That's fine.
From the way you answer your questions. So yeah, I mean,
That's good. So if you guys want to go for any, not even oil and gas, any interviews,
literally any interview, you have
just
to read up on the
apply
company.
these tips.
Yes, you have to read up on the company
Okay,
as well.
so this is the end of the video. It's a wrap. We had so much fun having you here. I learned a
Yes.
whole lot. I'm taking notes like in my head. I'm taking notes. I'm writing down
Okay,
things because
that's
I've
my
actually
pleasure.
learned a lot. So thank you so much, Korede, for being
You're
here.
welcome.
And we hope to see you do bigger things. And I'm sure people are
Amen.
going to patronize your business because it's not easy, guys. People have to patronize her business.
Amen.
So thank you. We're
Thank you
hoping
too.
to hear good news from you. And I hope we hang out soon.
Yeah,
Because
definitely. We need
actually we
to.
were so close, but we didn't know until today that we stay so close to each other. So please definitely let's hang out soon.
Yeah, we need to fix that. Thank you, Amunti Express, for making a drink specially for me. I appreciate it.
Shout out to you, Omuti Express. So Omuti Express she makes cocktails. So it's just a community of people that just love to have fun and enjoy and drink while at it. We're not promoting getting drunk or drinking too much, but we want you to have fun. And the lady at Omti Express, Shokpe, her name is Shokpe, very beautiful lady. She makes really nice cocktails. She can make cocktails for your events, customized cocktails, anything you want. She got you. So please follow Omti Express on Instagram and definitely reach out for your event. So thank you, Omti Express, for helping us with the drinks on this show.
Thank you.
And we have a gift. So we have a gift for our guest, Korede. So thank you. This is just saying thank you. There's small gifts, but thank
Oh,
you for
okay.
coming on the show. We appreciate you a lot.
Thank you so much.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
this is a nice surprise. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
and this is nice.
Thank you. She likes our logo. All
Yes,
right,
I
guys.
do.
So
Yes, I
thank
do.
you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. So thank you. I'll see you guys in another video. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to share this video also to your friends because you all know that you're learning something from this now. So please subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in another video. Kisses.